Magdalene here, aka Mama Marie, and this is the card reading. This is gonna go along with the depression video. I just want to get a little bit more insight that has to deal with your mind, body, soul, and then your willpower moving forward, just with depression, and being aware of it, and helping to ease and have coping mechanisms and stuff towards it. Depression is something that's very real in a lot of people's lives, and I hope this will be something that kind of either makes things a little bit more aware or something that can help you move forward. Before we get into it, this is the month of March in 2020, and I also want to get you guys a little bit more aware of astrology and being able to work with the universe and the energies that are presented to you. As a lot of people have a knowing and understanding, is if you work with the universe, then it will work back with you, negatively or positively, but we're hoping in a positive direction. For the new moon, actually, just so you guys can get some dates of around the time that they will happen. The new moon, it will be happening on March 13th, and the full moon will be happening on the 28th of March. But within the new moon, it'll be in Pisces, and I'm going to be reading from this just to make my life a whole lot easier. There can be a focus towards or noticing where you might be fighting with yourself, or where you might be fighting with yourself to heal your physical realm with your spiritual realm, as in going back to work and not letting your everyday get the best of you. And then also focusing on what makes you or keeps you centered and at peace. And then just to be gentle with yourself. The new moon is for beginnings and starting points. So yeah, just a little bit of what you can be focusing around the 13th of March. And then around, what was it, the 28th? 23rd, of March, the full moon will be in Libra. And around this time, full moons are kind of a completion or a celebration, but a focus or noticing where there needs to be a bit more fairness, or just flat out, beautification within your world. A time to let go of what may be stagnant or ugly within yourself, in order for new life, new energies to take its place. And just a time to be gracefully stern, if we can say that, with how you treat yourself and others. And then just in some generalized astrological information, a lot of, or most of, the planets are direct, and there is just an overall good energy of forward movement with whatever plans you have in mind or actions that you may want to put into actual action. And that's that. Yeah. Just knowing that things are a thing isn't enough. There needs to be more acknowledgement and like acceptance, and then positive movement forward with these types of things. But I'm going to start with the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And then we're going to go into The Secret Life of Color by Segal. And then I'm going to take a daily affirmation card for you guys to go through. And then we're going to run through the, like I said, mind, body, soul, and willpower. So, let's start with the mind of where you could be, and then what you're moving towards, or what you should be moving towards. Here, start off where a lot of people's minds are. Alright, and what popped out is this way. You read it left to right? Left to right? Yeah. Okay. A leg up and time for a nap. And if that ain't the most straightforward situation I ain't ever heard, this is, yeah, like the deck's like, you need some help. You need a leg up on something. Take a nap. And basically just that, to help with where your minds are at, like just some wisdom in what's happening, where your mind is at right now, is that it's okay to calm your mind and take a break from everything that's happening around you. In order for you to have the possibility to move forward in anything, you need to pause and take a breath and see where that takes you, because in that moment of quiet is where kind of like everything else kind of rushes in. Because if you can quiet your mind, then you can sit and feel. Like if you can shut all the chitter chatter off, then you can feel what's happening around you. Because you might be, in someone who's in a depressive state, you could be up, but be feeling really low. That's just kind of how it works. And then, too many. And where this could be taking you is this popped out. And where this could be taking you is understanding that maybe you are kind of doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, but yet you're not getting results. That's not healthy, is it? If you're in a low vibration, doing the same thing, expecting different results, isn't a solution, right? So, and it might sound weird, but if you come to this realization that like, oh shit, I am doing the same thing over and over again, that's where the healing begins. Is, okay, so since all of this isn't working, what do I need to do next? What can I do next to feel better? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I have the little bittiest hands. small people problems, you know what I'm saying? Color card. Here we go. I'll take this one. Lavender, which is very beautiful color. And a beautiful scent too. Connect to body, mind, and soul. What I just said. Whenever you quiet yourself down, you have that ability to connect in with your soul. So try to do that. Start with a meditation practice, or if, say for those who can't or feel that it's hard to meditate, just finding a space where you can just relax is what I want to kind of say. Yeah. And understanding that you can come to an understanding that it actually is possible to be calm, to have peace of mind, instead of, coming to the realization that you need to take a nap, you take it a little bit further and you listen to what your body is telling you and what your soul is telling you in order for you to move forward in a positive direction. And then an affirmation. An affirmation is something that you say on a regular basis, if not a daily basis, because what you put out into the universe is what you get back. So affirmations kind of help you to keep your mind focused. So whenever that will be your focus until it's not. Oh, look at this. This dope. Here. Emotional health, which is very necessary right now. And I trust myself to act when the energy moves me. Look at the doggy. Which is actually a really cool piece of advice because, like I said, whenever your body tells you to take a nap, and you can come to the realization that you are doing too much, and you can figure out what you want to do next. Alright. That was your mind. So quiet your mind down and listen to what your soul or what your body might be telling you, or your willpower that you're just like, hey, I just don't want to move right now. I need to take a nap. Can we go eat a piece of cake? Can we please just, cry on the floor for a little bit? I just want to do this right now. That's totally okay, guys. Alright, next is your body. Where your body's at right now. Shuffle one more time. Two. I have a feeling that a lot of you are hyped. That's what trauma is. Is being hype all the time. What popped out is flexible upside down, and that can be very literal. That your bodies aren't flexible, you guys aren't moving enough, you guys aren't doing enough exercise. That's not the greatest, because your body is an entire section of you, and you guys need to understand that it also needs to be taken care of properly. You know, maybe it's time to start, excuse me, legitimately taking time to do some yoga or take a 5-minute walk, you know? Like, that's kind of where it all starts, is you start little and then you progress into something big. But your body's telling you that, like, you're not being flexible. Like, like, I'm a little bit stuck. Like, can we get off the couch? I'm tired of being a potato. You know? And some wisdom moving forward. Yeah, I don't want to take that one. Here. That's why these cards are funny. Because it's just like, truth be told. It's like, yeah, homie. Like, I told you. Like, your body's just like, to tell you the truth. Like, you're not flexible. I'm tired of sitting down. Like, can we get up and move? That saying, or whenever people who exercise all the time, that they just feel better because they exercise, like, that's actually very, very true. I don't know why it is. You're going to have to talk to somebody else about that. But whenever you actually treat your body in the way that it likes to be treated, it kind of just gives back to you. And that's through energy. That's through better sleep. You know, that's through pooping better. You know, like, whenever you eat healthy, like, your poops are just nicer. You know, when you drink water, like, your pee, it comes out a little bit less, you know, orange, and your skin looks better, you know. So, ooh, 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 ooh. Here we are. And then the color card, Violet, create a balanced life. That's what I just said, because I talked about the sleep and you get more energy and all that. And that's, having a healthy body is part of a balanced life. Yeah, plain and simple. And when you have balance, you can move forward. And you, like, when you're balanced, whenever life hits you in the face and smacks you across the face, it's like, how do I explain this? Like, for people who live in California, our buildings are created so they can take the shake of an earthquake, you know, and because they make that building so balanced, so whenever life comes and shakes it, yeah, it's still shaking, but it's still solid, you know. That is exactly what that means. You know, if you build a solid foundation, you just aren't so crazy, you aren't so depressed, because you'll notice that whenever you're in a depressive moment, that you can bounce back out of it. You know, like, oh shit, like, my body's not feeling right, so let's go, I don't know, take a walk, or let's go do some yoga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys saw that pop out. So I'm gonna take it. And this is your affirmation. This is so adorable. Another emotional health. I am patient with my needs, kind with my words, and respectful for my soft places. Yeah, did I already put that out? If you're someone who doesn't exercise a lot and then you go right into exercising, it hurts, doesn't it? Like, be gentle with yourself. If you didn't just up and start walking, you started crawling first. You didn't start writing in cursive. You had to learn the letters first. You get where I'm going? So, you know, be patient and be kind, because this is a journey. in a lot of places, this is a marathon. It's not a race. So if you are gentle with your body and taking breaks whenever you need it, you know, you're here for you. You're not here to make nobody else. You're not here to look good for nobody else. You're here to look good for yourself and the universe and God, because that's what matters, you know. And, you know, your loved ones, but your loved ones aren't going to care. They, you know, for the most part. Like, yes, they care that, you know, say your body screws up, but they're not going to sit over here and be like, you're fat, you know, or those types of things. They're going to be like, you know, do you want to lose weight? Like, let's go on a diet together. You know, do you want to work out? Like, bro, like, one of my friends was talking about this free class on YouTube. Like, that's what that is. You know, just pay attention and listen to your body, guys. It's what carries you throughout the day. So, you know, don't be rude to it. Next is soul. Ooh. Higher power popped up. Another one. Nope. Alright. Cliche? I think not. I think that's just one of those coincidences that people don't want to take as a coincidence. Can you guys see it? Yes? Higher power. Like, oops. Are we listening? For real though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all saw that pop out. Your higher power is trying to tell you something. Your higher being, you know, your higher chakras, your God, your goddess, your gut feeling, like, all of that is the same exact thing, just in different ways and different messages. Like, your soul's like, hey bruh, like, I'm here, and you just aren't happy right here. So can we do something about that? And if you believe in this higher power, then there should also be an understanding that it is very balanced, and it is very loving, and it is very caring, and it is very giving. If you don't feel that way about this higher power, then start there. Because it's not here to hurt you. It's here to teach you, but it's not here to hurt you. And yeah, your soul's calling in your soul. Like, it's time to start fixing this, however that's supposed to look, because there isn't one cookie cutter thing for, or solution, sorry, for any of this. So if we can just come together and, you know, think about what to do next, you know, that would be awesome. Some stuff moving forward. Is the yang. And this can go in a couple different directions, because our masculines are very hurt, let alone our feminines. I'm not, you know, knocking it, but yang energy is the outward energy, moving forward, making action and doing stuff like that. So really think about how you want to not be depressed. Like, it starts from there. Like, it's the acknowledgement, and then it's figuring out what to do next. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Your soul is here, like, trying to do something, trying to move forward. That's why I'm here, you know, creating these videos for you guys, is understanding that it's you who has to do something. It's not anybody else, and no one else is gonna sit over here and do the work for you. You wanna know why? Because they got their own problems. Like, even your parents get tired of you. Like, don't tell me that they don't. Right. Here, I'll take another one. The soul. This one's kind of wanting to come out, but we'll see if another one wants to pop out. Okay, I'm going to take these and see where they go. But the first one that was kind of there was apricot. Rejoice and laugh. And that's a very crucial part of healing your depression, or, you know, maybe not healing is the best word, but just coping with it, is remembering that your happy place, it's always there. It ain't going nowhere. Just sometimes you need to re-find it, you know? The next one, aqua, experience peace and calm, and then white, lighten up. And that, they came out like this. But you know what's funny is whenever I said this in the self-care video, this isn't gonna be an easy journey, and sometimes on the path to coming and finding your peace and calm, it's not a light and airy path. Sometimes it's very dark and it's very messy, but also this is kind of about setting boundaries, because sometimes you know, it's even happened with me when people are in toxic relationships and situations. You let your boundaries be crossed, and whenever you figure out that that's not a good way to be, you have to kind of be strict and stern, and you got to be kind of an asshole, or you got to be a little bit rude, you know, to let them know, like, hey, like, you know, I'm not gonna light up, or, you know, I'm not gonna ease up on letting you not cross this boundary. Like, this needs to happen, and if this doesn't happen, then something that you might not like might happen, like me leaving, or us getting into an actual argument, you know, or us breaking up, or, you know, what have you. You know, your soul isn't this, you know, light and airy situation. Your soul is an ancient piece of energy trying and waiting to break free, to come to light and to come forward and to be something great. And then the last one is pearl, connect to the divine, and it came out reverse. That's why I put it right there. And excuse me, a lot of us aren't connected in, as much as you want to say that you are. Like people who say they go to church every Sunday, like what happens after that, once you get out of that building, once you go into the parking lot, once you leave that parking lot? Was that too much? You know, because if it was, I'm not gonna care. You know, you guys need someone like me, and you guys need to be reminded that, like, hey, like, it's not just church. where you're like, oh, this glorious piece of whatever place you go to praise this higher thing, like, you need, like, do you do that in every aspect of your life, including within your own soul? Like, are you doing that? Because if you are, then why did this card pop out? Tell me. In reverse. Alright. And then the affirmation. No? A little messy? Yeah. Let's try a different one. Alright. I'll take it. Alright. This one is work. Funny, you know? My career is bursting with opportunities to express my creativity and passion. And I know it says work, but a lot of people do feel dead at work. I know I hated a lot of the jobs that I was in, so it's just like, is this something that you could begin to look at? Maybe that's where a lot of people need to start, is in your workplace. That's where a lot of shitty customer service comes from. It's because y'all just don't want to be there. But the funny part about that is that it's not my fault. But the thing is how you can appreciate being at work is the appreciation of being alive. The appreciation that you are connected to your soul. Because if you're connected to your soul and you're 100% okay with whatever's happening, then going to work is never going to be that bad. It's just not. Because a lot of the things that you're, that's thrown at you, it's just going to roll right off your back. It's going to go over there and you're even like, whatever. Yeah. So my career is bursting with opportunities to express my creativity and passion. Alright. And then, last but not least, your willpower. Let's do that again. Where your willpower is currently at. And your willpower is just kind of moving forward. Yes? Okay. So what first popped out was Unfinished Symphony. And your willpower to move forward is just like, maybe you feel like it's kind of like a never-ending story. Like how do I say this? Your soul just doesn't feel, or maybe it's like there's like a inclination in you, like something within you that's just like, like, I'm not finished, and like I'm not ready to stop. Like that's the dope part about people who figure out how to heal with their depression, is they're just like, they come to that realization that they're just like, hey, like, I'm not done. I still got some more in me. Like, it might just me getting up and going to the bathroom. But you know what? I peed. You know what? I got up and I peed. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I got up and I drank some water. Like, I got up and I ate them carrots. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, do you feel like, you know, a little bit depressed, but you're just like, I do feel like I can still continue to keep going. Like, that's fucking fine with me, you know? Like, I came across someone, I don't know, a couple months ago, and he was like outside smoking a cigarette, and I like to just say hi to people I come across, and, you know, I was like, hey, how you doing? And his answer was, I'm here. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it. And you want to know why? Because he was here. He was going through whatever he was going through, but like, he didn't take his own life, or he didn't, you know, do whatever might have been going through his head. You know, like, if you're here, then I will take that shit, you know? Like, because if you are down to stay here, then we can figure out what we're going to do next, okay? And then these came out, fork in the road and go the distance. Can you read that? Yes? Can you read that? I don't know. But, and especially with this whole pandemic that's going on, maybe you guys are finding it hard to figure out where to go next, or finding it hard that like, hey, like, I just don't want to go on anymore. But that's kind of the test of the universe, is just like, hey, like, I'm gonna throw some shit at you, so what you gonna do with it, you know? Yeah. Sometimes it's just good to just make a decision and then run with that shit, because life is about taking risks, and it is about, you know, just living life in general. Like, what if you fucked up? What's gonna happen? Like, you died? You died. Now you don't gotta deal with the rest of all this other shit that everybody's going through, you know? But did you make it? You fucking made it, you know? Like, dope. Like, what are we gonna do next? Because it's just like, now I'm in this good mode. Like, I took this risk. Like, what are we about to do next? You know what I'm saying? So, I'll take those. Yeah, take the risk. Like, and your willpower, it's just like, hey, man, figuring out, like, making your own decisions is a hard situation, but it's doable, you know? The color card, blue, activate your healing power. And maybe you start there, with, you know, your mind, body, and soul, you know, because your willpower is moving forward. So moving forward with healing yourself, figuring out what you want to do, figuring out your self-care situation. If you guys didn't watch my self-care video, go watch that shit. It'll describe how to find your self-care, and it gives a little bit of information about self-care and what you can do with it. Maybe not so much what you can do with it. Maybe that's the reason why it's a little bit boring. But still go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Support your girl. And that's a really beautiful blue. You know, find the beauty in this world and understand that that's how you find the healing, is you find the beauty in the depression and you make a joke about it. Like, life is going to kick you in the ass, but if it's just a bruise, then it'll go away sooner or later, right? So, oh wait, no, you need an affirmation card. Here, for your willpower. Yes? In your environment. Oh, it's another doggy. I easily release clutter from my life for good. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Here, hold up. There, right there. Look at that right there. Yeah. on an energetic level, you know, and on your mental clarity and all that chitter chatter that we was talking about in the mind. Like, if you release all of that and not look at it, you know, like, maybe not look at it, but like let it go and be like, I'm not fucking with you no more, you can be as giddy as this little doggy, you know, like, you just over here living life, right? You seen those dogs that be rolling in the mud? Like, imagine doing that in your mind, being that happy in your mind, being that, you know, what word am I looking for? Strong in your, like, actions, you know, in your everyday life. Like, imagine just looking people in the face and then jumping in the mud and then, like, looking at them, like, while you're, like, in the mud, like, I'm not giving no fucks right now because, you know, I'm just gonna do this. Like, imagine having that type of willpower. Like, to do whatever and not give a fuck. Like, bruh. So, but, alright. So, I'm gonna leave that there. If you guys would like a personal reading with me, please go to my website at mariemagdalene.com. My Patreon, the last little bit before I leave, my Patreon has been disconnected. So if you were trying to sit over here and give me some money and it didn't work, it ain't there right now. I will keep you guys updated. So, yeah. That's that. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Please take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye.